Welcome to Rusty and Binge Face, where two friends binge watch seasons of TV shows and they talk about it. I'm Adam McCoy.
And I'm Amanda Kathleen. Adam and I work in TV. We watch a lot of TV. If we were teenagers in the early 90s, we would be watching TV all day and not be socializing with our gross parents. Ugh.
They're so stupid. And
they don't know anything. They don't understand what is life. That leads us to what we're binging this week.
My So-Called Life.
My So-Called Life, Season 1. Last of our Season 1 one-hit wonders.
And from everything that we've read, apparently the best one-season show ever, if you believe the internet.
Top of the ratings on all articles I've ever seen.
We'll see.
So do you have any knowledge to drop for My So-Called Life?
I do. So this show was on ABC.
Uh-huh.
It premiered August 25th, 1994, and it ran until January 26th, 1995.
Well, that's kind of short.
Yeah. But they played every episode, so
But
that seems like I guess they
a
never...
little testy.
They didn't take any breaks in between.
No?
It was created by Winnie Holzman. She actually wrote for 30-something and a couple other shows.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, they're like, hey, why don't you create a show about teenagers?
Yeah.
Sure, that sounds
I want to
logical.
get into that teen game.
But she actually was nominated for an Emmy, screenwriting Emmy, for My So-Called Life. So she's
Wow.
not a bad writer.
Right.
It did not do so well ratings-wise. Now, the show got a lot of critical acclaim.
Right.
A theme from a lot of the shows that we've done in this series.
Mm-hmm.
But it just didn't quite have the ratings. And there's one main reason why.
Why?
It went up against Friends and Mad About You.
Ooh, dang.
And also Martin and Living Single on Fox. So I don't think it had a chance.
No.
No.
Those are 4 very good shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ratings were horrible.
Yeah, they
because
should have just moved it.
Nobody was left to watch it.
Networks are dumb.
They did try to, it got so much critical appraise that they tried to, after the show ended in January, they didn't officially cancel it. So they tried airing it on MTV in reruns, like, maybe it'll have some hype behind it and we can bring it back.
Right.
Didn't work. But from what I gathered,
What?
not only were ratings bad, but also Claire Danes did not want to come back for season 2.
Why?
It was just, she was 14. She didn't live where they were shooting. She had to fly in for that.
Oh, God.
You know.
Oh, geez.
So
I'm getting all this money. I can't come fly.
from what I gathered, I think if she was really into it, they may have tried to work out a way to save it, but you can't really have that show without her, right?
Yeah, I guess whatever.
Some of the interesting facts, and some of them kind of disturbing.
I like that you lead with kind of disturbing.
Originally, Alicia Silverstone was going to play Angela's character.
Oh, okay.
But the studio thought she was too pretty to play, so they cast Claire Danes. Sorry, Claire Danes. Claire Danes was 13 years old when she shot the pilot.
Dang.
Jared Leto was 21 years old when they shot this show.
That's kind of creepy.
That's creepy.
I see what you...
And then I read that he took he took her out to clubs and stuff. You know.
No.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to start anything with Jared Leto, but that's creepy, man.
Oh, no, Jared.
That's weird.
That's weird.
So because she was 13 when they started the show, she was still in school.
Yeah.
So they actually had to include the parents of the show even more because they needed to fill time because she wasn't there enough to shoot everything apparently because she still had to do school on her own. So
no, I kind of like the mix-up of things.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
I think they did a good job in this one of portraying the parents in a normal way.
Yeah,
kind of a realistic
definitely
way.
Normal parents.
A realistic way, if not a little over the top sometimes.
Right.
But they're not like just complete idiots and morons or not there at all.
Right.
So that's about all that I have for this one. I just couldn't get over the whole Jared Leto being 21 years old.
You just want to end it on a creepy note, didn't you?
I think it's funny too that they said Alicia Silverstone was too pretty to play the main character.
Okay. I mean, I probably would have liked it. I probably would have watched it had Alicia Silverstone been in it. But then would she have been in Clueless?
Probably not.
Right.
So
everything happens for a reason.
Yes. We're much better off with Clueless then.
Oh yeah.
Because it still wouldn't have made it because it was up against Friends and Mad About You and
right. It wouldn't have mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's some interesting knowledge you dropped.
Oh, I do have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
The awards. So it got critical acclaim, and it won awards. Claire Danes actually won a Golden Globe.
And they didn't want to bring that shit back?
14 years old.
Get the fuck out of here.
Best actress. She won a Golden Globe.
Okay.
It's all downhill from there, Claire. But it was nominated for several Emmys. It was actually nominated for 4 different Emmy Awards. So it got a lot of,
I just don't know why they wouldn't just want to do a second season.
Move of the day.
Yeah.
Move it to a different day and give it a shot.
Yeah.
That was when they wanted powerhouse shows. If you weren't a powerhouse show,
right,
they just didn't want you around.
Networks are dumb.
But now we have this one-season show that everybody loves.
Everyone loves it.
Almost
Do
everybody.
we love it? I don't know. We'll talk about it.
After the break.
After the break. This is your spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu. You can definitely watch it. It's like 19 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all 44 minutes. And you got to watch ads because it's Hulu. So, take that into consideration.
Stupid ads.
But this is your overview of My So-Called Life Season 1. Take a trip back to the early 90s where flannel was everywhere and grunge was the only music to listen to. Angela Trace tries to discover what it really means to be 15 in this crazy place she calls life. Is that good?
That's about, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. It's about a 15-year-old.
You forgot. She tries to date a 21-year-old. Oh, wait, no. That's
not
not
in the
that's
show.
Not in the show. That's
He's
right.
supposed to be held back 2 years.
2 years.
So he's supposed to be 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 15 in the show.
Okay.
So basically, Angela's going through a 15-year-old midlife crisis.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't even want to hang out with her best friend anymore.
No.
She wants
the edgy friends.
Yeah, she needs edgy friends. The first episode, she dyes her hair red instead of the dirty blonde color it was. And everyone freaks out because it's auburn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God. Who is she?
I don't even know her anymore.
I don't even know her anymore. So, Claire Danes plays Angela Chase. She's the main focus of the show. Her new BFF is Rayanne. She comes from the hard knock life, I guess.
Yeah, mom's kind of hippie-ish.
She's raised by a single parent mom. She doesn't, she's not a very good mom.
Oh,
she's present, but she's not present.
The girl eats, but
She got food.
Yeah.
She knows what Rianne's doing.
Sometimes.
She lets her drink alcohol. She's the cool mom. But her other friend is Ricky. He's Hispanic and bisexual, but really gay.
Yes.
Even though they say bisexual, he don't want to go out with any girls.
First openly gay teenage character ever to be on TV, by the way.
Which I was surprised by. A lot of topics they go throughout the television series is similar to still today.
Oh,
they're still doing those topics.
Yes.
It's still hard to be gay in teen dramas today.
Everything I learned in life, I learned from My So-Called Life.
It set off the teen dramas. Really.
It was one of the first that wasn't 90210.
Right.
That style where everybody was 25.
Now,
playing high schoolers.
I don't know if this was going on at the same time as the Degrassi.
In Canada?
Yeah, the first Degrassi. I feel like that started maybe before My So-Called Life because the next gen came in I guess at the end of the 90s or early 2000s.
So they were probably around the same time.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Canada had their own My So-Called Life.
Yeah.
We had My So-Called Life. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. Brian is her neighbor, is madly in love with her.
Of course, you can't have a teen show without a neighbor who's in love with somebody who doesn't understand it.
Right, and he's a little dorky, but he's a good friend.
Mm-hmm. Very smart.
Very smart. Looks after Angela.
Who's like Dawson in the fact that she's doesn't get that he likes her.
Right.
I'm clueless that you have it. That you have.
He doesn't like me. Stop it.
That's silly.
That's dumb. Sharon is her BFF from prior to her hair dye. They always have to go through I had a best friend growing up my whole life, but now I want to change.
Now I'm with somebody else, and we're not friends anymore.
Right. It's like a relationship. I want to break up with you.
We all grow as people.
True. We do. And then there's Jordan Catalano. Did I say that right? Catalano.
Yeah.
He's Italian. He's not very bright.
And he can't read.
He can't read. He's got one thing going for him, and that's his looks.
He's hot.
He is a hot piece. That's all Angela cares about. Is his good looks. He can't read. Oh, I can teach him how to read.
He's not that nice to you?
Oh, I can change that. Jordan Catalano is trash.
Yeah.
It's like going back and watching Saved by the Bell and Zach Morris is trash. Jordan Catalano is trash.
Mm-hmm.
That boy is trash.
I think it's interesting that, from what I read, he was also only going to be in the pilot episode.
Oh, okay.
And they liked him so much that they kept him around.
They liked his looks so much.
Yeah, I think so. I think because he's 21, so it wasn't creepy for
No, not creepy at all.
for the writer to be like, oh, we'll keep him around. I just wonder what the ultimate
Me too.
plot line would have been.
I think maybe it might have been better. Yeah.
So
To not have him in it, because the entire series is just Angela like fawning over Jordan.
I think they could have written a lot more without him. It may have been better.
Oh my God, it probably would have.
Because you're right. He's not a likable guy, really.
He's
I
not.
mean, get over his looks, and he's not likable at all.
That's the only thing he has going for him. Like, he doesn't. All he cares about is his guitar, his car, and like, I don't know, not Angela.
I mean, he wrote a whole song about his car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, he could give a shit about Angela, and then they break up, and he's like, oh, I miss Angela.
I kind of miss that girl that I don't want to be seen with.
He broke up with her because she didn't want to have sex with him.
Out. Yeah.
Like, how is she still wanting to be with him?
Is this not an accurate depiction of what happens in high schools?
It totally is.
So,
I will say the entire series is very down to earth and very like.
One thing I enjoyed about it was it wasn't overly dramatic.
No, it's
in
not.
parts that it shouldn't be overly dramatic.
It feels like, stuff that you've gone through.
Because guys can be dicks in high school.
Yes, they can. And like, you always have that one friend who like doesn't have her shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And you have to be like, okay, let me go like make sure they're okay.
I think of all the high school shows we've seen so far, it's probably the most realistic depiction.
It is. It's the most relatable.
Besides Saved by the Bell.
When I wake up in the morning,
think I'll never make it on time. Gotta grab your books, give yourself a look. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to start it. I was like, come on, you know it.
But yeah, I think that's one thing I did enjoy about it was it had, the topics were kind of serious, but they were serious about the serious topics,
right?
And not like overly dramatic about stupid things, which Riverdale fell under, and so did some other ones in Dawson's Creek for sure.
I mean, going back, Gossip Girl's like part of like an elite thing, but still, it's like over the top. Mm-hmm. Like, parents don't even like watch their kids.
I think part of it was this was before like the CW and before shows were made specifically for teenagers.
Right.
Like this was still on ABC.
Right.
8 o'clock on ABC. It was still targeted.
Right.
And the fact they even had the parents in there, and they didn't throw away the parent storyline. They were kind of a little more serious storylines also. I think it wasn't aimed at that 12-year-old teen angst,
right.
thing.
It's like a family thing.
Yeah, it's a little more realistic.
I mean, like, Angela is the focus of the show, but like the whole family's going through stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to see it. And also, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but like I was relating way too much to the parents, and I was like, good Lord, I need to stop watching this.
I definitely did, considering I have a 13-year-old daughter.
Right.
The pilot episode with the relationship between the mother was pretty spot on. For any woman out there who's been that age with a mother, you can kind of see some.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting older. I know, I don't like it.
You're no longer associating with the teenage people. Okay.
Well, I think it's because Angela is so annoying. Like, everyone else's story I like Rand's story, Ricky's story, Brian, Sharon, whatever. All the shit that they're going through, I like more than whatever the fuck Angela's doing.
It's just like the Dawson theory. Dawson was horrible. He was the worst one in the show.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because I don't like Claire Danes. But there's moments in there where, like, I don't mind Angela. But for the majority of the show.
I really am curious if you were to have watched this when you were younger, before you had an opinion of Claire Danes, if you'd feel differently about her now.
No, because I've seen a couple, like, I remember, because Teen Nick used to play a couple of my so-called life episodes when they were running the next generation of Degrassi.
Yeah.
Because I was on that Degrassi train. And I remember watching like a couple episodes, but I was never like a fan. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I wonder Wonder what my so-called life's gonna be about today.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. And I mean, I knew of Claire Danes until the incident. You know.
Yeah.
Why I don't like her. You know.
Google it.
Google it. You know. Side project. Google it. But I don't like her character. She's very annoying. And I don't know if that's partly her acting or partly the writing. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think most of these, when they focus on one character, the annoyance of it, I think you get more annoyed with the, you know.
It's just like some of the things she says is like, why? It's like, what even is you? Why you even thinking about those dumb things? Like, I can't, like, she's trying to be existential, but she's not.
Yeah.
Like, she's as existential as, like, a 15-year-old teenager.
Is it accurate? That's probably pretty accurate. They think they know everything at that age.
They think they just know everything. I mean, I knew everything at 15.
Of course. Well, we're different.
Right. We're different. Angela's dumb. End of story.
I enjoyed for the most part, the acting in it. I don't think the kids were too annoying. The parents were good in it. Yeah, it was all around. It was not a bad show.
No, it wasn't.
I wouldn't say that. Am I going to say it's my favorite of all the ones we've watched?
What? It's not your favorite?
I don't think it would be my favorite.
Is it better than Riverdale?
I will say that. No, I will say of all the teen shows we've watched, it is my favorite.
It's your favorite teen show.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yes.
You've never seen Degrassi Next Gen.
I have not. You are correct in that. But as far as the one season shows, wouldn't be my top just because I'm not super into that genre.
But it's not bad.
But I will say, going back and watching it now through the lens of nostalgia, and just even the feel and the way they made shows back then in the 90s, longer form shows, was kind of like, okay, I kind of fell into it pretty quick. It was related to just even the format, except for the open. I hated the show opening.
You didn't like the show open? I kind of liked, like...
I didn't like it at all.
It was just, like, music.
Yeah.
There was no, like, singing or, like, whatever.
I don't know.
It was fine.
I like a hook for an open.
Oh, okay.
And plus, there was no net sound behind it. It was just the music with the... I don't know. I didn't get into it.
I didn't mind it.
But other than that, I think it was easy. It was very easy for me to fall back into... I'm a kid watching TV in the 90s. Okay, this is nice. I like this. Yeah, it kind of felt like home in a way, I guess.
Oh,
the way it was shot. Even the quality of the video, which is kind of crappy now. You look at it, it's like it's not sharp at all. Just that kind of, SD.
Right. You know what else kind of vibe it gives off? A real nice, like, gangster's paradise. Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm waiting for Michelle Pfeiffer to, like, walk through the door. I just want to say, like, they go to a really shitty school. And they live in a great neighborhood. I don't know what that's about.
Well, they had to shoot. They shot in a real school, so I guess whatever school they shot in.
Like, the bathrooms are terrible.
It's
like,
an old school.
They're 100% always in the bathroom. And my husband asked me,
why
are they always in the bathroom? I was like, because it's the only place they can go to, like, talk about shit that's quiet.
It's like spackle on the walls. Like, nothing's painted right in the bathrooms. But it was shot in a real... It wasn't a set.
Right.
So they just, like, whatever this bathroom looks like. Although I will say, schools in the 90s... in late 80s, older ones did not get much attention. Not like now where it has to be like pristine.
Right.
They didn't care. Like some of them didn't even have air conditioners in there.
That was a terrible school.
It was pretty bad.
Like
I got you there. I did notice that. I actually thought about that when I saw the holes in the walls and the way things were painted and like just how crappy it looked.
I was like, what is this? They just wanted to give middle America a taste of how it is.
Yeah.
To live life on the edge. I feel really bad for Angela's sister.
Yeah.
Like she gets the shaft every episode. Like they're like the mom and dad are only concerned about Angela's problems.
Yeah.
And like
she'll be fine. The other one will be fine.
She's literally trying to talk to them and have a conversation.
Yeah, go do something else.
They're totally ignoring her. And I'm like, wow, I feel bad for her. But I think if I was 15 or 13 or whatever watching it, I'd be like, she's annoying. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But now I feel bad for her.
I did enjoy the episode where she actually narrated the second to last episode where she was like...
She's got the hots for Brian. And I'm like, dude, that's kind of creepy.
Well, that's a kid. Like anybody older, they see it. It seems
I was like him.
Cooler, I guess.
I was like, okay.
But yeah, that was interesting. Then they had the one episode where Brian actually narrated it.
Right.
They only did. I mean, it was interesting, different.
I don't know. Those weren't my favorite.
I didn't say they were my favorite, but I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
They gave one to the younger sister to have kind of her point of view.
Yeah.
where she still thought her sister was cool even though she didn't like her. How cool it was to hang out with her, and she likes Brian. Like, you know, I guess that's what
it's
kids
interesting.
do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she did not get much attention.
No.
Plus, the mom was a little annoying.
I swear to God, she needs to be in a movie with Frances McDermott and play her younger sister.
Yeah.
Every time I look at her, I'm like, Frances McDermott.
I thought it was her for a second. I'm like, is that her?
I've seen her in other things, but like every time I see her, I think Frances McDermott. I was like, why haven't these women just played sisters?
Yes, they should, totally.
Like 100%, right? Mm-hmm. Ugh. Yeah, her mom's kind of annoying a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously the dad's cool, right?
Yeah, he's the cool one.
He's the cool one. The mom's like the most annoying one.
Yeah.
The dad's the cool one.
Well, most of the time, dads are cool. Mom's the one who try to get the kids to follow the rules. So.
Mm-hmm. Spoken like a true dad.
Yeah. And. So, did you have any favorite episodes?
Yeah, actually, I liked the gun episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was really well done. And it's still, today, it's still relevant today. I also feel like since Columbine, like every teen drama has to have a gun episode.
But this was before that.
So it
was interesting, yeah. And they put metal detectors in the school, which was kind of
which was like
foreshadowing what was going to happen, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, they did tackle some of those issues that were a little more, and they were like I said, they were in a more serious way without being like the kids. The kids didn't. Some of the kids didn't affect them that much.
Right.
Like, a gun went off.
Yeah. Whatever.
Big deal.
And then some people are having problems.
If they see it now, it's like a gun went off and everyone's freaking out. Like, I remember like in my high school when something big would happen.
Right.
To me, it was never a big deal. I remember
a
kid would pass away, got in a car wreck or something. They brought people in.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, it sucks, but.
Yeah, but they do that.
Yeah. So I thought the way it was handled was it was a little more realistic in the way they do it some other shows.
I also liked the one with the moms.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rianne's throwing a party and her mom's cool with it.
And then
like you find out that her mom's actually shitty, like really shitty.
Really bad at it.
She's really bad.
Really bad at her job being a mom.
Yeah. And like Rianne like overdoses and has to go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And Angela's mom has to step in
and be the actual
she's
mom.
Like the shining mom, like this is what a mom should be. Like I liked that episode because I kind of brought Angela down a peg.
Yes.
Like see how good you have it. Shut up.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I don't think any of them are like super my favorite.
Mm-hmm. I just like the ones where it was like I don't know, like an actual nice story.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like the one with Ricky, homeless, like he's getting beat at home and he's like living on the street.
Yeah, and he has to go, and then he ends up the Christmas episode, right? Yeah.
I mean, the Christmas, it was kind of weird because there was like a angel or ghost or something.
Yeah, the mystery.
I'm like, okay, but like everything about Ricky part was
that
like
was very 90s. Let's just put it that way. That was very 90s.
Playing a guitar.
Highway to Heaven was coming by, Touched by an Angel.
Right.
It's like, okay.
We get it. But I liked that.
What about the last episode?
Oh, I did like that last episode. Mm-hmm. I kind of felt, a little bit for Brian and Angela and like.
Yeah.
Fuck Jordan.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
He's just not a good guy.
No.
Yeah. Just read about him on paper without seeing his face. You're like, this guy is a dick and nobody should talk to him.
This guy's trash.
Yeah. I enjoyed the last episode.
I want to know what happened to her dad.
Oh yeah.
Like her dad really wants to have an affair. Like throughout the whole series.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
He just really wants to have an affair.
Because I found an interview with the show creator.
Oh, really?
About what she said would have happened in the subsequent sequence. So she was asked if she thought that, she would end up with Brian or with Jordan. Mm-hmm. And she said she pictures the situation where Angela is with Jordan. That's the way it ends.
That's how it is.
That's the relationship that they have. And that Brian actually ends up with the other girl.
Sharon?
No, Delilah. The one that he was.
Oh, Like he was like kind of crushing on her because like she was kind of crushing on him back. So like he was like, oh, okay, girl likes me. I like her too.
Yeah, sure. But she said those two would be a couple, and then Angela and Brian would constantly be asking each other for advice on the relationship. That's a weird thing. Like I guess that would be if you're going to extend a show out, the whole tension of will they, won't they?
That's dumb. I don't like that.
And then the other side was that Sharon is pregnant.
Oh my God, of course she is.
So that's when season 2 would have been more drama comes into it.
I mean, I could see Sharon getting pregnant because she's having sex with a guy who like is her boyfriend, but like not really her boyfriend.
Yes.
Like I get it. Like I see that happening, for sure.
And then, to your point about her parents, Angela's parents get divorced.
Of course, because divorce is awesome in the 90s.
That's right. And I'm assuming he had an affair with his business partner.
This is what he has an affair with the business partner, immediately regrets it, tells her, she's like, no, we're over. And then they split up, and then there's going to be a moment where they get back together for a little bit, but then they're going to like divorce.
Divorce, yes. And then finally, everyone at school is going to find out that Mr. Kibitsky is gay.
Oh, okay.
So
like we know.
Like we know.
Yeah.
Everyone at school is going to find out. It's going to come out there.
How are we going to handle it?
That would have been a different layer to,
Right, because that would have been, at that time,
for a teacher would have been a big deal.
It would have been like, you can't touch the students.
I like his character a lot.
No, I like his character. I like that he kept calling Ricky Enrique.
Yeah.
Ricky's not having it.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, man. I told you, bro.
That actor later went on to be in the series Don Johnson on CBS.
Don Johnson?
No, it wasn't Don Johnson. Nash Bridge is the name of the show.
Okay.
But I just called it Don Johnson because that's the only reason it was a show. Because it was him.
I get it.
Remember Nash Bridges?
Look, I have never watched it, but I know.
Okay.
I know what it is.
He was a cop in Nash Bridges.
Oh, okay.
Along with Cheech.
Cheech also?
Yeah.
Well, give it a try. You might like it.
So you want to go ahead and give some, what is your bingeability on this one?
I'm going to say 3.5 because I can't stand Angela and Jordan is trash and they're just really long episodes sometimes. But it's really good, but maybe like a couple episodes a day. I don't think you want to go straight through it.
It would be painful to watch them all at once.
Right.
Which also I realize now that we're so used to shows that are meant to be binged that 20 episodes seems like a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm gonna go 3.
Yeah.
I could possibly go 3.5, but just because it's kind of long to watch. I will say though, I know I've given other scores to other teen shows.
Right.
But bingeability wise, this one's just not as bingeable, but I did enjoy it more than the other ones.
Right.
I could watch this one without like
ramming through it
at the TV and be like, I gotta shut this off. It's not a biteable, bingeable show.
Right.
But it was a better show than the other teen ones.
It was a pretty good show. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it. Because I thought, I'm not gonna like this. Because I've seen it, like I was watching it and I was like, there would be an episode. I'd be like, oh, I remember this episode. Like I've seen this one. I've seen like maybe like 2 or 3. I don't know. I liked it. Maybe past Amanda was just like
so over.
It's just like, ugh, this is so old. I don't want to watch this.
Maybe.
Also, it's kind of like you're watching history because like Kurt Cobain dies.
Yeah.
Through the season, and they like do like a nod to it. They don't really talk about it, but they do like a nod to it. So it's kind of like you're actually watching history, which I was kind of thinking in my head. I was like, I wonder if they'll do Kurt Cobain in any of these episodes.
Yeah. I will tell you my favorite part of the whole show.
What?
The last episode.
Because it was the last episode?
When Jared Leto was talking to the mom.
Oh.
And I don't know why, Jared Leto, he's a vegan, all this kind of, but I don't know why. He must have drank a gallon of milk in that scene.
Oh my God, he kept drinking milk.
And there was one scene where she's talking to their husband on the phone.
Right.
And they cut to it like 3 times, and he keeps drinking the milk. I'm like, how much milk does that man have to drink? And now he's vegan and he hates it like that. I'm like, I wonder if that's
probably what turned him. Yep.
So thank you, My So-Called Life, for making Jared Leto vegan. Which apparently works because he still looks great.
He looks fantastic.
He looks very young.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's vegan.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Vegan.
So anyways, that was my favorite part.
The secret to life.
Because it was hilarious. She actually finished 1 half gallon.
Right.
And then went and got a brand new half gallon.
Right.
Filled up a cup, and then he asked for more milk.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Also, why not water?
It's a very, I don't know.
Was it like a 90s thing?
Yeah.
With all the I remember like the milk ads from the 90s.
Got milk.
Oh,
Jared Leto did.
Jared Leto got a lot of milk.
Well, I have one Stump-O-Matic question for you.
Ooh.
If you could go back and go to one high school from the shows that we've binged, which high school would you go to?
Oh, Riverdale. Why is that a question? 100% Riverdale.
Just asking. You wouldn't go to Salem and go to their school?
No.
I think that would be the one I would go to.
That's too much like witch stuff happening.
Yeah, that's cool.
I could be killed there.
You
Riverdale.
could. Yeah.
Maybe I get injured. Maybe.
I
But I feel like, Riverdale, there's always something happening over there. Yeah. It's like a party.
I don't know. They were pretty mean at Riverdale. Now I got to remember, what was the name of the high school?
They're in Greendale.
Oh, yeah, Green. That's the name of the school, right?
Possibly.
I can't remember the name of the school. That's what threw me off. I can't remember the name of that school.
You just like it because they don't use telephones over there.
Everything looks old at school. It's like 60s. It's really cool.
I just want to be a part of the Serpents. That's all I want.
Oh, there you go.
I want a serpent jacket.
Mm-hmm. So you don't even want to go to school because you go to the other school then.
Yeah.
What was the other school that he ends up going to after season 1?
Southside High.
Southside High. That's what you would go to.
Oh, yeah. That's not what I would
That's what I'd go to.
I'm pretty sure Angela Chase went to that one. Mm-hmm. I think that's the high school they went to.
Okay.
Southside High.
There we go.
You didn't want to go to the whatever Northeast high school Dawson's going to?
No, I'm good.
It's too snazzy for you.
Well, that's also too much exactly like that was the same age I was in high school. The same. It's just similar to the one I went to.
Right.
So I'm like, nah.
No.
Give me something different.
You need a little adventure.
Demons and spirits. That's what I want.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Speaking of spirits and evil things.
What's happening next week, Adam?
Oh, we're going to binge a little show called Erie, Indiana.
Ooh, for a Halloween
My
special.
home state.
Indiana.
The freaky, spooky Hoosier state.
Yeah, speaking of one-season shows.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It only has one season.
Takes place around the same time. I think around 94, 95
in the 90s.
When the show was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Spooky stuff is happening.
Yeah, a little comedy, a little horror comedy.
You would know it from Nickelodeon, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of the best shows.
So I'm excited to see that. I've seen a few episodes. I've never seen the entire show. I remember when it was on.
Right. I only remember a couple episodes from that time, but I want to watch all of them. There's like 20 or something?
There's a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot of those. But they're like half hours.
Yeah.
But those will be fun. We've got some other spooky shows to watch too. So that's happening in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kick off our Halloween special. We just want to thank you guys for listening. If you enjoy this episode, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to leave us a comment about how Amanda's dumb and Jordan Catalano is not trash.
No, he was.
He's like your like number one favorite hottie.
He's just hot trash.
I mean, like, you might want to see a psychiatrist because you definitely have daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
If you think Jordan Catalano was the most amazing person ever.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people talk about Jordan Catalano anyways.
They like him or they dislike him?
No, I've never heard anyone say Jordan Catalano is garbage or trash.
But again, that's very high school.
Right. Hashtag Jordan's trash.
Yeah. You know, everyone says that we're sleeping together, so...
Why not just do it?
Just do it.
Just do it.
And then when you don't, I'll just sleep with your friend.
We don't have to...
That's fine.
That's fine.
Don't hang out with me. I don't want people to see that we're together.
No. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
It's fine.
Don't touch me.
By the way, I can't read.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you bingers next week.
Bye.
Bye.